It all started on a Friday with a railway report in the hands of a man named Ishiwara Kanji. As a decorated officer in Japan's Kwantung army, Ishiwara believed that Japan's destiny lay in controlling Manchuria. In 1931, he saw his chance. All he needed was an excuse, no matter how fragile, to spark decisive action. On the night of September 18, 1931, a small explosion occurred on the tracks of the South Manchuria Railway near Mukden. The damage was so minimal that a train passed over the spot just minutes later without any issue. There were no Chinese soldiers anywhere in sight. Yet within hours, the Kwantung army, acting on its own, declared it a brazen act of Chinese sabotage. The truth was far more sinister. The explosion was a carefully staged event, a false flag operation carried out by Japanese officers under the cover of darkness. The plan was simple: create a fake provocation, claim the right to self-defense, and seize territory before anyone could react. And it worked with brutal efficiency. Japanese troops poured out of their barracks. Armored trains and aircraft supported a lightning-fast campaign that overran Chinese garrisons and captured major cities across the resource-rich region. Back home, Japanese newspapers, fed information by the military, spun a tale of Japanese victims and a chaotic China. The civilian government in Tokyo protested, but it was too late. The Kwantung army had a long history of acting independently, a culture that valued bold action over caution. The capital's objections were lost in the dust of the invasion. By early 1932, the invaders had established a puppet state, Manchukuo. They installed Hui, the last emperor of China, as its figurehead. But behind the throne stood Japanese advisors, police, and corporations, all eager to exploit Manchuria's vast reserves of coal, iron, and fertile farmland. The world took notice, but did little. The League of Nations sent the Lytton Commission to investigate. Their report concluded that the incident was manufactured and criticized Japan's aggression. But the rebuke was mild, and it meant nothing. Tokyo rejected the findings and, in 1933, walked out of the League of Nations entirely. This was a clear signal that Japan would not be restrained. The Mukden Incident wasn't the work of a single villain. It was a complex conspiracy driven by a web of motives. Ambitious officers like Ishiwara dreamed of a continental empire. Powerful corporations wanted access to Manchuria's resources, and a wave of nationalism back home cheered on what they saw as decisive, glorious action. Political institutions that should have stopped them were either too weak, too compromised, or simply too slow. The consequences were devastating. Manchukuo became a brutal testing ground for military rule and colonial expansion. The seizure fueled Chinese resistance, setting the stage for the all-out war that would erupt in 1937. It fractured international diplomacy and set a dangerous precedent that conquest through deception could succeed. The story of the Mukden Incident is a stark reminder of how a manufactured crisis, combined with unchecked ambition, can reshape the world. That quiet Friday when Ishiwara Kanji read a simple railway report became the spark that ignited a fire of conflict across Asia for decades to come. Thank you for watching. If you found this history interesting, please like and subscribe for more.